Welcome to Max's Football News for Kids!
Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Max's Football News for Kids, my podcast. Today we are going to talk about the MLS, Major League Soccer. I've been recovering MLS since Messi joined Inter Miami.
Which is about a year ago. He's now in his second season.
Yeah.
And it's been great to see all the players that have been recruiting from Europe.
Yeah, like Jordi Alba, Busquets, Suarez, Messi, Robert Taylor, Campana.
Yeah, and that's just on Inter Miami. We're also going to talk about others later in the episode, like Hugo Lloris from LAFC.
Yes.
So let's start by reviewing the standings as they are today.
So Miami is leading the Eastern Conference of America with 44 points. But Cincinnati is hot on their heels, really, with 33 points.
They have played one game less than Inter Miami. So in fact, Cincinnati could be leading if they win their next game.
Yeah. In the Western Conference, Real Salt Lake is leading with 29 points, really impressive. And three runner-ups have been 4 points behind. Those are Minnesota, LA Galaxy, and LAFC.
Yeah, and those games are really interesting to follow. In fact, Minnesota has played only 13 games, and Real Salt Lake has played 15, and with 4 points difference, Minnesota could conceivably come in number one.
Yeah.
I really like the LA teams as well because they have like really famous owners. In fact, LAFC is partially owned by Will Ferrell, the actor that you may remember like from The Legend of Ron Burgundy or Talladega Nights and so forth, as well as Magic Johnson, who was one of the greatest basketball players ever for LA Lakers.
Yeah.
So that's really fun to see.
The latest game for conference leader, Inter Miami, was against Vancouver Whitecaps. Even though Messi did not play, Inter Miami won 2-1, an amazing performance by them. First goal was from Robert Taylor, the Finland guy, from Inter Miami. Second goal of the match was from Campana, that's Ecuadorian, for Inter Miami, with an assist from Taylor. Robert Taylor was really on fire because he did an assist goal and also a normal goal. The third goal was a penalty from Ryan Gold, and
for Vancouver, right?
Vancouver, yeah.
Yeah, and they scored a penalty, but it didn't change anything. It was a really good game.
Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah. But even more exciting was another game that was playing at the same time, Cincinnati versus Toronto.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining game with 7 goals included. And a penalty. Cincinnati won 4-3, but Toronto had actually many chances, right?
Yeah, absolutely, including a game or a goal that was ruled offside, which would have completely changed the outcome.
And a deciding goal in the 93rd minute.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was 3-3 really up to the very end.
Finally, we're going to talk about transfer rumors to the MLS. Like Olivier Giroud is joining LAFC as soon as late July as a free agent from AC Milan. He is joining the French national team goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. And do you know what the funny thing is? Is that Olivier Giroud and Hugo Lloris are on the same national team. So it's like they're on the same club and national team. That's really cool.
So fun. Another interesting rumor transfer, which we mentioned during the first podcast, is Kevin De Bruyne from our beloved Man City, potentially joining startup San Diego Football Club from Man City. If he does, that would be a huge signing for the club and MLS.
Oh yeah, the club that's going to start in the MLS, San Diego FC. The club will join MLS in 1 year and so far has signed the young American goalkeeper Duran Ferre, as well as 2 Danish players from the Superliga.
Team FC Nordsjælland, which is a team just outside of Copenhagen. And those two are Markus Igvartsen and Jeppe Tversgaard.
And so the Superliga, you might not know it, but it's the Danish league.
It's like the Premier League of Denmark.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think currently FC Nordsjælland is number 4 in that league. So actually doing pretty well.
And FC Copenhagen is third. That's my favorite team in Denmark.
And I think in the case of all 4 players that are, either have confirmed to join San Diego FC or rumored to, they will basically be on loan to other clubs in the next year.
Yeah.
Because they're signing them now so that they have them. But San Diego FC is not going to play their first game in the MLS for another year.
Yeah. Finally, we will be talking about MLS soccer games that will be coming up, like Inter Miami versus Atlanta. Yeah, and Inter Miami are the favorites pretty much.
They are. I personally think it's going to be a 2-1 victory Inter Miami over Atlanta.
Yeah, just like Vancouver versus Inter Miami, you're saying.
Pretty much. I mean, Inter Miami's the top of the league. Atlanta's 12th. So they've played 14 games and have just 13 points. So I think it's going to be a sweep for Inter Miami.
Yeah.
There's also Cincinnati and Nashville playing at the same time.
Yeah, and there's also...
And Cincinnati's at the very top of the league as well. And odds are there again for Cincinnati to win that one. But let's see, that could be an exciting change.
And there's also going to be a game, Philadelphia versus Toronto. And I think the favorites might be Toronto.
Yeah, they're more equal in the rankings. Toronto is number 6 and Philadelphia is number 8. So they are a bit more on the equal side.
Yeah, because Toronto played against Vancouver and they actually, was it Cincinnati?
They played against Cincinnati.
And they lost, but they had really loads of amazing chances.
Yeah, well, funnily enough, according to Google, Philadelphia is the clear favorite to win with just an 18% chance of Toronto winning. I think, though, based on the game we saw with Cincinnati, they're much more likely to eke out and win than that.
Yeah. All right, guys, at last, we have the surprise non-football nugget. At first, we have the Cliff Bar, crunchy peanut butter. Then we have the other Cliff Bar, that's chocolate chip. And they're actually energy bars. So let's start off with the crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, so these are, marketed as energy bars and not just like the chocolate bars that we had during our first podcast, which were delicious. By the way, the Kit Kats, I always love the Kit Kats. But these are really supposed to, be full of energy and help you power through your drills or your game and stay high on energy. Max, you've just tried the peanut butter one. It looks very chewy. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Does it taste a little bit like the Kit Kat chunky peanut butter bar that you tried yesterday?
A little bit, just a little bit.
All right. And then the second one we have is the chocolate chip, which I'm guessing is going to be your favorite.
Yeah.
All right, now you're really going at it. You have a mouthful of Cliff Bar chocolate chip energy bar. Are you full of energy?
Uh-huh. And this one, the chocolate chip, is 5 stars.
5 stars, and I think you need like a big gulp of water to clear your throat afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so I think we're getting 5 stars for the Cliff Bar chocolate chip to keep you going through your drills. That's all for us this time. Have a great day.
Bye.